Hello everyone. Today I'd like to show you exactly what my program does. This is for qb.org and for the people who are trying to help me with the program. So I'm going to show you what my program is all about. So going to go into the basic part of it. This is BBS Color Screen Creator version 13, release candidate 3. Release candidate 3. 14 is the one I'm working on. So we'll press F5 to run it. This is what it does. So there's the screen that you get. It takes your menus and straight text, no colors, etc. And basically it's BBS Menu Color Scheme Creator version 13, final version RC1. It's not the final version. Written by Russ Campbell, updated September 14th, 2020. First of all, you design your menus in straight text with no colors, etc. Do not put any background colors in either, as the program will do that for you automatically. Use the following convention as laid out for you in the next display. This program will then take your plain text menu and turn it into a random colored display. Methods will be taken to ensure that the background and text colors do not print the same colors. Take a look and see what you think. It will, of course, write out your menus in .bbs and .ans format. Kind of a neat feature. Don't like what you get, then run the program again and again until you get what you like as a menu screen. This is a complicated program, but you don't have to use boxes, but for now that is the only shape that my program will accept. I will print out an example of a menu on the screen so that you know exactly how to use my program with text drawing. Here's the main message menu. The array on the corner, upper left corner, represents a symbol that will convert to actual corners. The minus signs are lines. The plus sign is a corner that is one of 4 corners. The same with array, it's one of 4 corners. The exclamation mark is used for vertical line. The minus signs are used for horizontal line. The dollar sign is not used anymore, but it's there. The star is a connector that goes from a line to the inner line. The equal sign is a connector that goes from the line to the outside line to the inside line. Again the star and again the equal, same thing. The ampersand, the ampersand symbol is a connector that does a line down, connecting from either one of 4 connectors. I pick it with a random selection. And the pound sign is the line connecting up. Tilde is the lower left corner, and the percent sign is the lower right corner. Okay, we're going to test the program. In here we have quite a few files. I'm going to pick the hardest one to display. And we're going to pick for a Wildcat BBS menu file, and that's what you get. It is a telnet screen. It's used on Telnet BBSs, and it works good the way it is, but I cannot put variables in. I'll show you. No. The variables that I'm talking about, we'll go down, page down. Right here. Here's the Wildcat variables. So it goes sub special characters 3. So special characters 3, let's go down to that. This is where it changes it sets up special characters 3, sets up the flags. Y1, Y2, and Y3. And if the character B, let's go back to the main part of the program. We'll step you through it. The main part of the program is you do a line input L number. For I equals 1 to length L number. And B is a string variable. It's been set in the dim statements display. So it's L number I comma 1. Calculates the ASCII value of every character in the line. What it does is it takes the first character to the end character of the line. On special characters 3, it sets the flags. Special characters 2, it sets the actual symbols that I've used before to corners and lines and special stuff. Now go sub color change. That sets the color of your pattern. Color T1, G1. If you go down here, I'll scroll by this slowly. Here's where I set the codes, and I want to do these in case select. All the codes are there. These for synchro are K codes because it uses these codes. These are pipe codes for Mystic. There's the special characters too. If B equals characters 93, then B equals corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, and corner 4 connector. We'll go back up a few pages. I'm going to jump around a little bit. Here's where I do the horizontal lines and vertical lines, double and double, double and single, double and single, single and double and single and single. Horizontal line, corner 1 equals characters 201, corner 2 equals characters 187. That produces the corners. And it actually changes the code in the line to that character. And also picks the selector. So these are all set up for each scenario. So if you want to have horizontal lines double and vertical lines double, all of these characters will match up. If you wanted to do horizontal lines double and vertical lines single, then these corners and connectors all match up. Same thing for single and double. The corners and connectors all match up. And the last one is single, and they all match up here. As you notice, they're all different. Menu or display file, that's easy enough. Here's the file selection, menu choice, display selection, ANSI, Wildcat 8, PCB, PC board, Synchronet, Mystic BBS. And here, ASCII menu for input is the ASCII menu. If it happens to be M, then it goes to the ASCII menu. I have a data file in there that's called display. It's a folder called display, and it has all the files you need. I've got it up on the board under GitHub, and you can get it there. Here's the changes that I put in to do the actual coding. Now, if I go into let's go down to the actual code for the colors. Here it is here. Color changes. This is what does the work of the whole program. If flags equals Y1, then G1 equals 3, T1 equals 6. I want to put a variable in there for G1 and T1, and it won't do it. G2 and T2 is 6 and 7. G and T is 4 and 7. Again, G and T is 4 and 7. The color changes is 1 or 0. If it's a color change, it's a 1. If it's not a color change, it's a 0. So basically what it does is it converts the code on the color change with a flag of Y1. It's linked to all the rest of my programs. I'm going to set these up as subs. And I have to figure out how to call them and everything else. That's beyond me. So I'm going to need some help on that. But anyways, what I'm doing is, if I print a character for Y1, the color change is 1. If it goes by character. Line input for the first line, and it does a flag for every character. If it's a special character, it's Y1. If it's the brackets in the middle, it's Y2. If it's everything else, it's Y3. And to determine if the color is changed, or if it's not changed, then the flag is set to Y1 and color changes is set to 1. If it goes to the next one and it's the same one, then it'll become Y3. And if it is the inner box, Y1 is the outer lines, and the corners, inner lines, Y2 are the brackets. That's very simple. But Y3 is all the rest of the program on the inside. G2 and G and T are, and the color changes. Where it's really important is in Y3. In order for the telnet codes to print out right, you have to have a color change of 1. Either it's changed the color or it's not. And that's the whole basis of my program, my programming. So if it changes the color, it becomes color change 0. So then it's still flagged Y3, but it's 0. And in the program up here, where I actually do part of the work, let's just look at one of the codes. Let's look at the Y3. It goes sub color change. That was the one I showed you. color T, comma G, X equals G, that's an X and Y are for the actual writing the codes out to disk. Go to the display. Now the display is all the codes that are in there, or to display. DISPL is all of the codes. Color changes equals 1. It prints the codes for the background color ANSI and foreground color ANSI. You have to start with the background color first, then the foreground color second, and then the actual letter or character. By this time, it's actually being changed into the new program, or into the new output. If you go up and you look up here, Special Characters 3 sets the flag. Special Characters 2 sets the actual change from the old format into the new format without color. If I were to comment out the color change, I'll show you what happens. Let's do that just for ANSI. Oops. I'll show you what happens. It probably won't even print. We'll try it. Okay, run, start. We're just going to do ANSI, and it should give me something. Test. ANSI. Nothing. Okay, it's controlling the codes. It's the display. I have to do it differently. I'm going to change it back. It really needs that color change for it to work. I think what I need to do is comment out the color. That's all I have to do is comment out the color, and then it'll work, and I won't do it in color. Just to show you what it is originally like. Okay, let's run it now. This is just in the ANSI part. I've changed it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like without color. And we're going to pick by hitting enter, it defaults to main 5. And we pick ANSI, and it still doesn't do it. It needs that color in there. Everything is based on the color. And it does write it out properly with, I'm going to make sure it works. Save it. Make sure that ANSI works. Maybe it doesn't. I'll make sure they all work. Yes, ANSI works. You need the color change for it to work because it's set up that way. That's the way it works. We're going to do another screen test program. Hit enter. Wildcat BBS. Again, it prints the same thing on the screen, but the format of the codes are different. Test. Main 5. PC board. Again, it'll print out the files that I need. Yes. I know it works, but only with these colors. I want to be able to change the color. Maybe it'll do it. Test program, and we're going to do the last one for one of them, Synchronet. Okay, Synchronet works. And the last one, Mystic BBS. And it works. So they all work. But that's only using fixed codes. I have to change them manually. I want to be able to set them as variables somewhere in the program. If you look at my program again, here's where that's the main part. Here's the part for the corners and lines. This one is for the actual brackets that are put in. And this last one, Y3, is for everything else. Now, I should be printing in different colors, but it's not. I didn't set it up so it could be. Wildcat 8 is the same thing. PCB, it's all the same thing. They're identical. Anyways, that's it for now. I will post this on the board on YouTube and let people see it. I'll end it by running the program.